Bed bugs enjoy 3 points of contact. Wherever bed bugs can find a crack or a crevice to hide into and make it feel like they're safe, that's where they want to be. Bed bugs typically nest about 3 to 5 feet away from their food source. They're very lazy. They don't want to travel very far to get their food. So that's why you find them a lot around beds, around couches, around office chairs, places that you sit for longer than a few minutes at a time. Bed bugs typically enjoy the safety that wood products provide, which is a lot of the times why you're going to find them in your box springs, in your headboard, or in your nightstands. The cracks and crevices or the places where the wood touches provides an awesome opportunity for them to hide and lay their eggs in a place that's inconspicuous. Bed bugs are typically active at night. That's more of a reactionary to our behavior. Typically that's when we're asleep, and during REM sleeps when we put off the most heat and we exhale the most CO2, which is why you're typically going to find bed bugs moving around anywhere between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Now, if the bed bugs are in an office setting, they're likely to be more active when people are there. So they would be more active during the day. It really just depends on where you're looking for the bites or the bugs and where you're getting the bites. Bed bugs are a lot like humans in the sense that they're not going to leave their house if there's a chance of dying. Same as you wouldn't leave your house if there's a chance you're going to die on the way to the grocery store. It's a lot easier to just stay at home. So with that being said, it's important that before you go in and start looking for bed bugs, that you kind of leave the area undisturbed for a while. You want the bed bugs to feel comfortable. You want them to be doing their normal activity. That way you can observe and find them rather than them being scared and hiding and being retreated. So we've discussed exactly what we're looking for. Now it's time to talk about where to look. When you begin your hunt for the bed bugs, the most obvious place to start is right in the name, the bed. The first thing I like to look at is the mattress. I like to work from a top-down approach, and that's what I recommend for you. The first thing I would do is approach the pillows, pull the pillowcases off, search those for any fecal matter, shed skins, bugs, what have you, any of the things that we've discussed, and then can kind of continue that as you work around the comforter and the top sheet and the bottom sheet. And even as you pull the sheets off and you see the bed cover, you're going to want to look there as well. Once you get all the sheets and bed covers off down to either the bare mattress, or if you have a mattress encasement, you'll want to leave that on there. That's when you'll really start to look for nesting. I start with the top, check around the top side of the mattress. If you don't see anything, go ahead and flip that up on its side and check the bottom. On the mattresses, this is typically where you're going to find them, is around the bottom edge. If there's any piping along the sides that folds down that they can hide underneath and feel safe, then that's where they're going to be. Upon flipping your mattress up to check the bottom, you'll want to be sure to flip it in the other direction so that you're checking every single side. It's very easy to stand the mattress up and never check the side that's touching the ground, and from time to time that could be what you're overlooking. Once you've concluded searching the mattress, the next place I like to check is the box spring. The box spring is a great place to hide because it provides fabric cover as well as wood or structural cover for them. Most of the time when I'm searching for bed bugs, this is the most consistent place that they will be. You'll notice after you flip the box spring up that the bottom of the box spring is going to have what we call a dust cover held on by staples all the way around the edge. Now, there's wood inside of the box spring, which is all great places for bed bugs to hide, but also what you'll find is the areas where that staple is holding down the fabric, that fabric up against the wood is a really solid place for them to hide, and they feel very comfortable there. So whenever you flip the mattress up, take your finger, run it along that edge of the flap where the staples are, and just keep flipping it back and looking for any signs of the bugs themselves, the eggs, the fecal matter. Most of the time when I locate nests around a bed, it's in the box spring. And keep in mind as you're looking through the box spring, if there's any cracks or crevices that you would be able to physically slide a credit card into, then chances are bed bugs can fit there. So there are a lot of places that bed bugs can hide in and around a box spring, so it's important to be very thorough. As you look at the box spring, you may find that there are fecal matters or nesting around an area where there are the staples holding down the dust cover. Most of the time, the bed bugs are very messy and coming and going from their home to their food source. So it's very easy to tell and typically easy to find if there is a nest, the place where the bugs are actually traveling in and out of that box spring. Now that you've completed looking through your box spring and it's up and out of the way, the next thing that's going to be exposed is the bed frame itself. The first place I like to look is up near the headboard where the slats meet the side of the bed frame. Each of those spots or cracks that are created where the wood meets are very common places for the bed bugs to hide. Now, I start at the top and I go through each crack and crevice all the way down to the bottom of the bed frame, down by the footboard. If there is a footboard, a significant footboard, you'll want to follow the same procedure. Look into each crack and crevice. If you notice any spots that you think may be fecal, a thing that I like to do is just scratch at that spot. If I can scratch it and it goes away, then I know it's not a fecal stain. If it stays there, then it is a fecal stain. So once you've gone through all of the bed frame, checking all the slats and anywhere that the wood meets, then you'll want to move along to the headboard. When looking at a headboard, it's important to make sure that you pull the bed frame away from the wall so that you can get a full scope of exactly what's going on up around the headboard. The headboard's a great place for them to live because it is close to their food source. Remember, they don't like to go very far, so if they can just crawl down the headboard, get you on the pillow, and go back to sleep, then they're going to be as happy as they can be. In the event that you have a headboard that is made of fabric, you'll want to be sure that anywhere that fabric is stitched or stapled down, that you're again running your finger along that area, checking for bed bugs that are hidden. Same as with the box spring. If you can slide a credit card through the gap, then that means a bed bug can fit there. Another place in your home that you'll often find yourself sitting at for long periods of time is going to be a couch. No matter what room it is in, the couch is a great place for bed bugs because there are a lot of places to hide. If you've ever flipped the couch over and kind of checked out the construction of the couch, there's a lot of wood, there's a lot of pieces, and if this is a couch that reclines or does any kind of folding out, there's just an innumerable amount of places for bed bugs to make a home and make a nest. When inspecting a couch, it's very important to be thorough because there are so many spots, not only between the wood that holds it together, but between the cushions, the fabric, if there's any rivets, there's just a ton of places that bed bugs can hide. And it's especially important to find bed bugs on a couch because couches are typically in a common area, and that's how they get spread from room to room. The first thing that I like to do when I'm looking through a couch is to pull the cushions off. And then on the back of each cushion, there's typically a zipper. And on that zipper, there's a piece of fabric that lays over that. So it's good to take your fingertip and just run it along that and check as you go, making sure that you're looking for any of the fecal spots or shed skins or even live bugs. But those zippers are a really great place for the bed bugs to feel safe. Working with the couch in its current position, now that the cushions have been removed, this is typically when I'll get down on my hands and knees and check the crack all the way along the edge of the couch from the top side. So the places that are hidden by the cushion, there's always a seam that you can push down on and kind of see down in that crack. It's really important to take your time, push down, look in the crack, move your hand over a few inches, push down, look in the crack, kind of touching and feeling around, looking for any signs of bed bug activity. After you've completed a search of the top side of the couch, you've checked every stitch, every fold, every piece of fabric that you could. This is typically when I would flip the couch. So once you've got that couch in a position to where you can see the bottom side, this is where it'll vary, but luckily bed bugs are very consistent, so whether or not the couch has a dust cover or how it's constructed really isn't going to matter. But similar to that of a box spring, sometimes the couches will have a dust cover that are held on with the staples, so you'll want to search that entire edge where the staples are held down. Again, it creates great coverage for the bed bugs to hide. And then in other instances, you'll have couches where there's no dust cover, and fortunately, you'll be able to see everything that's going on. So it's really important to just kind of give yourself a pattern of motion. Start on the left side, work up and down all the way across until you've checked every crack and crevice. Once you've done that, if you don't find any signs of evidence, then you're good to move on and keep checking in other places. Typically on the bottom of the couch, there's going to be legs. Usually those legs are held on either through screws or they may twist on themselves, but with that being said, there's usually pocket holes that are drilled and places that are cut out specifically for those fasteners to go. And any time that you see a hole that's drilled out, that's another place that bed bugs will congregate to. Now that we've covered how to inspect your couch for bed bugs, let's talk about any lounge chairs, lazy boys, or recliners that you may have in your house. These types of chairs are very similar to couches in the sense that they have a lot of fabric, they have a lot of wood, cracks, crevices, places where bed bugs like to be. So it's really important with these types of chairs to be very thorough. Again, they're in a common area just as the couch is, and it's a great place to spread the bugs from room to room. So when it comes to searching through any type of lounge chair, lazy boy, recliner, from the top side, it's pretty consistent. If they have a cushion, that'll be removed. Remove that cushion, check along the zipper just as you did on the couch. Now, if the cushions cannot be removed, same method once you remove the cushions from the couch, get on your hands and knees, push your hand into each crack and crevice, and really just go to town looking for the bugs. That's all you can do sometimes, is just look for them. So once you've checked every crack and crevice, fold in the cushion, places like that on the top side of these chairs is when you'll want to flip them. If they're a chair that reclines, go ahead and do the reclining motion. Check every area on the footrest where it slides out, and when you lean the seat back, you'll end up opening up a lot more gaps just in the construction of the chair, so you'll be able to see a few more places. Once that's been checked out, flip the chair, search from the bottom, have a consistent manner just as you did with the couch, left to right, top to bottom. If it's got dust cover, check around the edges. The method that you use to look for bed bugs in any area of the house is pretty consistent no matter what the item is that you're searching. So just paying attention and really going through it with a fine-tooth comb and looking for any small details is really important. Now, this is less common, but I have found in the past that bed bugs will make nests on dining chairs. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody sits at their dining room table at different lengths. Some people use it as an office, and those people are more likely to see an infestation because they sit down in that chair and they stay there for more time than you would if you just sat down to eat and left. But regardless, dining room chairs, whether they're solid wood or even have a little bit of cushion on them, are still great places for bugs to hide. They're put together typically in inconspicuous ways where you're not going to see screws and fasteners and things, so there's usually holes that are drilled out in order to hide those things. So anytime you find dowel holes and things like that in the construction of the chair, those are great places for the bed bugs to hide. So you'll know, hey, I've got an infestation in the mattress, just how much has this grown and how far does it reach? So it's important if the dresser is also infested because you use the dresser as a nightstand and it's very close to the mattress, then that's gonna change your approach in how to treat whether or not the clothes in the dresser need to be treated and so on and so forth. So just being very thorough, knowing where the bugs are and finding every location that they're at in the room or every location that they're in the room is gonna be really important to a successful treatment. I could sit here and tell you how to search an armoire, how to search a dresser, how to search a dining room table. We could go through every bit of furniture that you have in your house, but we don't have time for that today. So the thing to remember is to just use the principles that we've given you in searching through all of the other locations we've talked about. Top down, left to right, be consistent, be thorough, and that'll really help you to find where the bed bugs would be. Now that you search your home, if you were to find bed bugs, it's really important to begin thinking about where those would have come from. Now, it's very possible to pick up bed bugs from a night stay at a hotel, or maybe you sat in a restaurant booth for too long and somebody who had sat there before brought bed bugs, but chances are it's going to come from a consistent behavior. More often than not, it's going to come from a place that you visit regularly, whether that be the office, the break room at the office, it could be a family member's house, it could be on your kid's play date. You go over to somebody's house that has bed bugs. But chances are you're going to be able to pinpoint where they came from. Bed bugs don't get anywhere on their own. They only travel on us, or on our clothes, or on our furniture, or on our luggage. So you have to give them quite a bit of opportunity to crawl onto any of those things in order to be transported from one house to another. In order to be successful in determining whether or not you have bed bugs in your home, it's important to remember two factors: what you're looking for and where to find it. So the what being the shed skins or casings, the eggs, and the fecal matter, as well as the live bugs themselves. Now, where to look, we've talked about in being the bed, the mattress, the headboard, the bed frame, anywhere that bed bugs more commonly are to hide. Now, utilizing the principles that we've given you and being aware of the behaviors and tendencies of bed bugs is going to be super crucial in finding the bed bugs in your home. I've given you a lot of information and things to look over and look through in your home. It's one thing to tell you where to look, it's another to actually do the looking. So keep in mind, we do offer free inspections for our residential customers as long as you're in our service area. Check the website out and see exactly where we're operating. We can get out and see you soon. Whenever we come out, it's important to us to be very thorough and look throughout your entire home. A great day for me is going out and doing an inspection and realizing that there's no bed bugs, and I get to share with the family, hey, we don't have anything here. You can sleep easy knowing that you don't have this problem. The flip side to that is we do find evidence, and then we're there for you to help develop a plan of attack in order to eradicate the infestation. Visit the website for more information. Check out our other videos. We really want to help you guys and resolve this situation for you if this is something that you're dealing with. So give us a call or a text and we'll be out to check you out right away.